So my name is Eric Harvey. I'm an associate professor in multimedia journalism in the Grand Valley State University School of Communications. Got my PhD at Indiana University in 2013. There have been numerous examples of false information or made up stories. If you go to the grocery store and you're shopping in the checkout line, you're going to see tabloids there that are populated with stories that are either unsourced or based on gossip or rumors. You could call that fake news if you wanted to. Quote unquote fake news, I think, is a boogeyman. It's a diversion. It makes us think that, what we're seeing isn't real. There's, so many kind of historical analogs to this. Who are you going to believe, me or your own eyes? This kind of stuff.
In the vein of historical analogs,
Orson Welles, later known for his works Citizen Kane and Touch of Evil, started his career by accidentally creating mass hysteria with his 1938 radio broadcast, The War of the Worlds. The show was a make-believe news broadcast of aliens landing in New Jersey. However, listeners did not understand that it was parody and were sent into a panic. Police stations were called to report the news of aliens, and journalists reported on the incoming news. Welles issued an apology after the fact.
The thing about fake news is that it's become such a boogeyman. There was this little blip in time in 2015, 2016 when people were scared that people were falling prey to stories that looked like they came from a quote-unquote real newspaper on Facebook or on Twitter or something. There's a microscopic number of actual incidents of that actually happen. I think it could be pretty easy to create it. You get Photoshop, you get Illustrator, you get InDesign, you can make a fake newspaper. But to spread, I think it's pretty tough.
But that wouldn't stop us from perpetuating our rumor around campus. Ensemble Hall, known as the Communications Building, is located next to the Arboretum. It was remodeled in 2014 with a $6.7 million wing added to the rear. There is one staircase in the new wing virtually unused because it opens into the grass of the Arboretum. That is where we planted our rats.
We designed a poster with a QR code linking to a single question. Have you heard of the rats in the ensemble stairwell? This was designed to test whether or not we would be able to perpetuate a rumor on campus, so we put them up all over. In the hallways, outside of classrooms, and even in the restrooms.
Do you think we have any chance of convincing campus that there are rats in Ensemble Hall?
Sure. I think that doesn't seem too strange to me. I think, I think that could be something you could convince people of. I don't know, I hope that if you do convince them that you track them down and say, no, we were lying, this is a stunt. But that doesn't seem, I think if you're trying to convince people that there were aliens living in the basement of Ensemble Hall, that might be a little weird. But rats, that doesn't seem too strange.
3 weeks after putting up posters and QR codes, we had results. 90 responses to our survey, mostly no, but a sizable number of yeses and maybes. Finally, we took to Kirchhoff to see how word of the rats had spread firsthand.
Alright, so have you heard about any rats being in Ensemble Hall?
No.
Have you heard about any rats living in Ensemble Hall?
I haven't, no.
I have heard about the rats. I saw a little post in one of the bathrooms in Kirchhoff about them, and someone sent a picture of it to a group chat I'm in. So I've seen stuff about them twice, and I have a class in Ensemble and I work there as well. But I haven't seen any of them in the building, but I believe they're there.